Hey folks, you've probably already seen the Merchant Guild filter, but today I want to build a COF filter, and that's pretty much what I've done. So I'm going to be going over how it works, how you can use it, and how you can improve on it if you want. If you like this sort of thing, if you end up finding it helpful, please leave a like on the video as it helps me out a lot. And yeah, let's jump into it. So the idea of this loot filter is that you can use it to hide items that you don't actually care about that much, so that when you have giant explosions of loot or you're running through maps and you have uniques everywhere, as COF, this tends to happen, you can hide the stuff that's not important. So just an example, we have this chest piece here. You don't care about this, it has no LP, and now that we have LP filters, you can actually do something about that. So this is something I've hidden. Pretty cool stuff. Here's another one. We have 1 LP. I generally care about any 2 LP plus. This is not it, and it's not particularly rare. This is also hidden. We have a common unique helmet, no LP, hidden. We have another one, 1 LP, something I don't care about. This is hidden. So yeah, a lot of cool stuff here. Very robust filter. So we have a 3 LP. This is highlighted because it's 3 LP. Pretty cool. We have a helm that I care about. It's not particularly rare, but it is something that I've personally highlighted. So we have another color for that. We have legendaries. These always show up. We have a 2 LP. It's not as rare as a 3, but it still has its own rule with slightly less highlighting, not in the bold red. Then we also have our normal exalt filters for affixes we care about, and some other stuff that we're specifically target farming. And we also have a couple set items in the filter too that I personally care about. You can remove these if you want, and then everything else is going to be hidden. So anyway, let's jump right into the filter, and I'll explain how it works. So if you're not familiar, the rules at the top of the list always take priority over the rules below them. So what it means is that you take the most important things that you care about the most, you put them at the top, and then at the end, you just hide everything. So that's what I've done, is I've highlighted the 3 LPs, the extremely rare items, the very rare items, things I actually care about, some boss items, some set items, unique idols, because they don't have LP, I can't filter for that, and then a couple exalts, a couple idols, and then I hide absolutely everything else. So that includes the vast majority of 0 and 1 LP uniques, because I just don't care about them, and it saves on clutter so much. It's great. So let's explain, I guess, how it works. Basically, each rule, you can actually make rules for specific uniques, and you can use the LP. So we'll start with the LP. I have a rule here at the top. This is highlighting all 3 LP plus or 22 plus Weaver uniques. So these are very rare. They drop in low enough quantity that it's fine to look at all of them. Not really a big deal. Then for the specific rare items, for this I've referenced the list of unique items. You can sort by rarity. So here we have the most rare items. This is the list that I used to build this filter. I just went down from top to bottom, took all the rare items, and they're all on the list, every single one of them. And then there's also the boss drop. The ones they don't have a rarity. I've put in a bunch of these, but there's a lot. So if you are going to use this filter, which you totally can, it's fine to just copy and use it. I've been using it for a few days. If you are going to use it, after you kill a boss, I suggest that you hit the X button in game so that it shows all of the uniques, and make sure that there's nothing there that you care about. If there is, add it to the filter, because I only had 75 rules to work with here. There are some boss drops that I didn't put on the list. Most of the important ones or rare ones are on the list, but some are not. So keep that in mind. As far as rare items non-boss drop, they're all on the filter, so don't worry about that. Anyway, back into the game. So the way I've made my specific filters is you can take the item type and the rarity, so unique, ring, and then you can specify the subtype and also level requirements. This red ring filter here, it takes silver rings, which are level requirement 10, and it searches for all silver rings above 75. So all of the other unique silver rings are below this level. This only filters for the red ring. And that's how that filter works. This is at the top, so red rings will be highlighted in red. I have the same here for the other extremely rare items. For Ravenous Void, it has its own specific base type here, the Gluttonous Gloves. In this case, it's a very easy filter to do. You just need this specific base type, and it will be Ravenous Void. For other ones like this, it gets a little bit more complicated. Oracle Amulet has a couple high-level ones. I happen to care about both of them, so I picked level 75, which covers both Orion's Eye and Confluence of Fate. And in this case, I've made a little note that says it covers both. We scroll down the list, you can see there's a lot of very rare, and uncommon items on this list. All of them up to, I believe 75% are all included, maybe 70. And then below that, I haven't included much of the rules because we're limited to 75. These are all ones that I personally care about. So these you will want to change for what you're target farming. But otherwise, that's what we have. And then in addition to the 3LP plus 22 plus Weaver's Will, we have a separate rule here highlighting the 2LP plus or 16 plus Weaver's Unique. And then all other uniques are hidden. So anything that's 1LP that isn't highlighted above will be hidden. So in the case of the ones we just dropped on the ground here, these are hidden. And then things that are highlighted, like Prismatic Gaze, these are shown. Or anything that's very rare, these are all shown. 3LP, targeted unique, and so on. So that's all good stuff here. Anyway, moving on, we have unique idols here. I have a filter to show them all because they can't have LP. So I just show them. You could hide them if you want. It doesn't really matter. Then I have a couple set items I actually care about. There's not many. Everything else I'm not super interested. Then you have the regular exalt rules. These change the affixes as you see fit. I have one for highlighting for 27int. I have one for experimentals. I have double affix, so if you're not sure how that rule works, you can select at least 2 affixes. You can select the ones you care about, and then you can select the tier. So this rule will have a double T7. And then you have same for T6. I have that here. And then any triple exalt. So that's what this rule is. Then I have a specific base type. This is the new base crit scepter. Then I have my idle filters, and then everything else is hidden. That's how it works. Feel free to make your own changes too. If you have a text editor, you can export this filter, copy to clipboard, and then paste it. For example, like VS Code or Notepad, you can paste the filter in, and then you can take rules from one filter and copy them into another filter, and then import it back into the game. So like if you make your edits to your filter on your text editor, you can then do paste clipboard, making a new filter, and then there you go. That will be added into the game with whatever changes you've made. So feel free to take some of my rules here and just paste them into your own filter if you want. That's up to you. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have. I hope this is useful. Hope you guys find it handy. Definitely let me know with any feedback you have, and I can make changes. Be very careful of what items are here on the boss selection. You may want to, as I said, after you kill a boss, press X and make sure what you want is actually showing, at least for the first little bit, to make sure you're not missing anything. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.